Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and welcome back to the Scania S650 V8. Yeah, we're still driving it. I had a few comments saying, oh, I should keep the Scania, Don't worry, I am keeping the Scania. I made the choice. I was given the choice as to which truck I would like to drive. I still have that choice apparently, as of recording this video. So if I change my mind and want the Mercedes, the option is currently still open. If I want to drive the 630 Actros L instead. I have no idea what makes an Actros L. I have literally no idea what the difference is. It could just be the newer model. Is every Actros going to be an Actros L from now on? I honestly don't know. But I'm staying in this for now. As you may see, I'm coming through Llanelli town. So, you must think, Scott, you're on locals, you're on the sand. No, although I have just been down there to get this trailer. It's an empty trailer. Because we're going to load pallets on it. And if I was thinking, Scott, you're going to load pallets on a drop-sider? Isn't that a bit silly? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What's even more silly is I dropped off an empty flatbed down the sand to come get this trailer. That's very silly indeed. That makes absolutely no sense. I really wish it made no sense. The reason I'm taking the drop-sider is to gonna load pallets. And while it's awkward on a drop-sider, it's not too bad because the pallets are very tall. So the straps don't really put any pressure on the sides as much as they would if it were a lower load. Like that time I picked up a new one of these in a previous video, and we went to load railway sleepers as the first load on the way back. Check out that video if you haven't seen that. Link in the top right hand corner. I'm getting good at this now. How many years have I been on YouTube? I only know I'm doing that stuff. Go on mate, you can go. You're going anyway, okay. But yeah, on the back load, we're loading fence posts. And again, Scott, fence posts. That's a load for a flatbed. Take the flatbed. Not just any kind of fence posts. Broken fence posts. Yeah. I'll tell you more of the story of the broken fence posts later on. For now, we just need to load these pallets. So this should be fun. There we are, strapped up in a drop-sider. Not ideal. I wanted to get these through the sides here, but there's not enough gap. Is that axle going to raise? I don't think it is. It did just now. So we're bending the sides a little bit. Not ideal. Okay, we're on the move. We're on the move. On the road again. And I'm knackered. Yeah, in terms of strapping one of these drop-siders is a lot more, you know, yeah, one of them. Demanding than strapping a flatbed. Woo. I need diesel, so Swansea West. I need the diesel. What the hell is that behind me? Can you see that? Very old car. This was a tricky load. Because obviously you got to secure the load, so you've got to get the straps tight. But you can't get the straps tight because you damage the sides. But you've got to get the straps tight because otherwise they'll fall off because these are pretty flimsy pallet, so you've got to get them tight. I think, should I buy an ice cream? I'm feeling ice cream right now. I'm feeling a bit of ice cream. I got a feeling that daft was a police staff. Best behaviour, Scott. I mean, it's been followed by 2 police cars. I know they operate down here. Fuel pumps are full. We'll see who goes first. Yeah, don't know if you can see them. No, they're behind the trees now, they've gone. Unmarked white DAF without any grease in the fifth wheel, being followed by 2 police cars. That tells me good news, actually. I mean, they weren't interested in my dodgy, I think it's dodgy load. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not dodgy in that sense. It just doesn't look right, you know. Be a truck driver, they said. Enjoy the open roads, they said. Well, we live in Britain. I thought I almost avoided the worst of the M42 this afternoon. I almost avoided it, but no. Oh, that's getting close to my time there, actually. I had 20 minutes to spare to where I want to park up, and now I've only got 10 minutes to spare. We'll be fine. We'll make up a bit of time now. Once we get past this 3-lane bit and get to the 2-lane bit, I'll be all right. Until we get to the M1. So yeah, have I told you where we're going? Going to Rotherham we are. And yeah, we're going well. Straps seems to be holding well. I thought they'd make themselves loose. I've stopped twice to check them. But no, they're pretty good. Pretty good indeed. So I'm happy with that. But so that problem with the trailer that I expected is not happening. It's good. The problem I didn't expect. This trailer's got a lift axle. We're slowing. This trailer's got a lift axle on the back end, on the rear axle. And basically how it works is if the trailer detects there's not any weight on it, or little weight, the axle goes up, saves tyre wear, decreases turning circle, maneuverability, increases maneuverability, etc, etc. Really good feature. The problem with that is I'm loaded and it thinks, and it's been lifting. I've actually got an indication in the Scania on the dashboard that I've got my trailer axle is in the air. I love that. I didn't have that in the MAN. I think the Mercs have got it as well though. Not sure about new DAFs. Old DAFs, no. But yeah, I was just driving along and I just saw it came up halfway through my journey. And it's a bit sketchy because because there is weight on it, every time it would bounce, it would catch the tarmac. So what that ends up doing is wearing, like, whatever bit hits the tarmac quite severely, and basically your round tyre will end up like a 50p piece if that happens too often. So we want to avoid that, and it doesn't help the fact that a Scania with the mid-lift in the air rides quite tall anyway. So again, because that's the rear axle that lifts, it's sort of pushing it closer to the road. If it was the front axle on the trailer, it wouldn't be too bad. So I've had to manually drop it. And yeah, problem solved. But no matter, open roads now. Nearly. This is not ideal trailer for this work at all. Give me a standard flatbed. Any day of the week. Check over, making sure these straps are good. Still got to have that fine line between tight and just not tight enough, or just not too tight rather. Did that need tightening anymore? I don't think that did. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Making sure we weren't robbed during the night and all that nasty stuff. I've yet to give her a wash. She needs a wash. But I have been back to the yard within a reasonable time to give her a wash. And when I have been back to the yard within a reasonable time to give her a wash, she went in for inspection, so yeah, I really didn't like dropping her off for inspection dirty, but there we are. It's a good first impression, right? One of the boys at Scania's was like, oh, "You're driving it now." I was like, "Yeah, that's me." Alright, better hit the road. Right, so I'm coming through. I don't really know where I am. I think it's Rotherham. I've never really been this way before. My sat-nav suggested a different way, and I'm like, do I trust it? I don't know if I trust it. It came off a lot earlier off the M1 than I usually do. But I thought, yeah, we'll trust it. Oh, big swing. Not that big of a swing. I thought, yeah, we'll trust it. I mean, it's early in the morning, there's very little traffic. It's on a main A road, pretty much. What's the worst that can happen? If I get myself into bother, I can easily get myself out. Another tipper. There must be a yard around here. Ah, so far so good. I'm not going to say this is probably the best way. If the traffic was heavier, I'd probably go the other way. A way I know. But yeah, this time in the morning, cracking on through. Oh, I've just seen a sign with a name that I recognise. We're on the right way. One thing I really love about this truck, it's got a retarder. I've never had a retarder in my own truck before. The only retarders I've ever driven were on like press demos and stuff. It's powerful. Whoa! It makes a difference. Hardly need to touch the foot brake at all. It's brilliant. Well, with enough forward planning, obviously. It's got 6 stages altogether, if you include position 1 being off. So 5 levels of power with this weight of parts on. I don't like level 4 and 5 is just no, no need for that. Heavier load on, yeah, maybe. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it quite many things about the V8. Speaking of which, I haven't put that light board in. Anyway, I found a button. I push it there. And the light comes on there. A couple of extra lights around the footwell and that as well. I feel like I should know where I am now. So I know there's a few low, this is why I was worried about coming this way, because there's a few low bridges around here, as demonstrated by that sign. 11 foot and 15 foot. I don't think I'm going to clear any of those, but I'm not going that way, so that's fine. So I know there's low bridges around here. That's why I'm worried about coming a different way than I knew. Because I knew the way I knew, no low bridge at all. Nothing at all. We'll either be tipping these pallets or encountering danger. They used to be on that. I thought you'd struggle, especially with the one at the back, but no, he was fine. And this is what I mean by the lift axle. See, she's off the ground, but not by much. If anyone says the handbrake is actually on, but apparently with Scania's, when the handbrake's on, it's only on the truck, not the trailer. Which is stupid. Also the reason I've been told by many people to put the park brake on when using a low loader. At the time I never understood that. Why would you need to put the park brake on the trailer when you're using a low loader when you're loading a thing? And they were like, oh, you know, because when something's heavy and, you know, it bounces the unit up, the drive tyres come off the ground, and you got no brakes. And I'm like, what do you mean you got no brakes? handbrakes on the unit, so therefore the brakes are on the trailer. I never understood why they kept saying that. Until I found out the Scanias do not put the handbrake on the trailer. Don't ask me why. But they don't. Bit of a quirk. I mean, I suppose it's only really an issue when you're doing a load of work. And you've got to adjust the air suspension anyway when you're doing a load of work, so I mean, you buy the controls, an extra push of a button ain't going to do any harm, right? Oh well. Yes, but anyway, we're on the move again, and I've just realised we were tipped there in 20 minutes. I'll have that any day. Always good guys there, to be fair. Can I go now? Oh, it's a bit tight now. I could have gone then. Damn it. Oh, I can go now. I can go. Power, power, power. There is actually less of a gap this time than there was the first time. Still a gap. There's a burger van up here somewhere. I'm debating whether to stop. I'm leaning towards no, because I've eaten a lot of crap recently and I want to like even it out. Hopefully what I was saying about the lift axle makes sense, because there's nothing wrong with the lift axle. It lifts perfectly fine. It's just because the ride height on the Scania is so high, it kind of pushes the lifted axle to the ground. But weirdly, it's if you drop the mid lift on the Scania, the ride height comes down a lot, like a lot. Right, so we're going to Immingham. And the drama of the broken packs. I went in the port about, was it about 3 months ago. 3 whole months ago. And I made a collect a load, and I see a lot of packs that have been, they've gone everywhere basically. And I'm like, oh God, please let them not be for me. And they weren't. That day. Because apparently what happened was, while they were being shipped over into the UK, from Norway or wherever the hell they come from, someone decided, they usually go on the lower deck of the ship, and someone decided, nah, stick on the higher deck, it'd be fine, it'd be alright. Because, to be fair, coming off the ship, on the Maffies, you know, those little flatbed things the tugs pull around, they are actually strapped incredibly well. Well, when you're on the top deck of a ship, and when said ship encounters, I've been told, extreme North Sea weather, that really make a difference. Oh, I hope that motorcyclist misses that strap. He does. There's one behind me, and there's a strap on the road. He caught that just in time. Can I play? Yeah, so as I've probably mentioned 1,006 times before this, that these fence posts are covered in creosote oil. They are incredibly slimy, slippery stuff. That was the slowest overtake a motorcyclist has ever done to me, and I gave him plenty of room there. Come on. It's only a 125. If he's on L plates, it'll only be a 125. I'll forgive him. I might be getting mine soon, by the way. Going for my license. Yeah, so these packs are slippery, slimy, so they kind of went over a lot on the ship. And I've been told it was only the fence posts that were affected. All the ferry trailers and the whatever else that was on the ship, everything, all that was fine. It was only the fence posts, so yay me. The posts themselves are all pretty intact from what I can tell. It's just the packs are no longer banded together, so they're all loose. And when the DFDS, people receiving these for onwards dispatch or whatever, they're like, no problem. We'll band everything back together, make everything nice. We'll chuck a few guys on it for the day. No problem at all. However, they would like compensation for the work. fair enough. And whoever is responsible for giving them said compensation doesn't want to do that. So they're still broken and all over the place. And that's kind of why I've had to bring a drop sider now. But I have been told, which could be a really good or a really bad thing actually. We won't know till we get there, but they've sort of combined the packs together, but not neatly. They've just sort of picked a whole load up, thrown a strap around them, and said, yeah, that'll do. Which could be a help, could be a hindrance, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I've been sent pictures of what they've done, and it's not too bad. They might all fit in the trailer. We might have to do another trip, I'm not sure. But I've been told time and time and again, which I'm very grateful for, which I already knew really. Yeah, which I already knew, that I'm the driver taking this load. So whatever I can get on the trailer, safely is the word there, underline that word, safely, without pushing it or anything like that, that's what's going. If I think anything is too much or a bit dodgy, leave it there, worry about that later. Which, quite right indeed. So they've said they might get them all in one trailer. I don't know if they expect a drop sider trailer. I think they expect a curtain sider, to be fair, so they can double stack them. I don't think there'll be much double stacking going on with this load. Normally we triple stack these. So that's the plan. The reason we've got the drop sider over flatbed or a curtain sider is because if there are loose individual posts and when I strap them, if they sort of come loose and out of the strap, then they're still contained, basically. Think of this drop sider as a very short tipper that doesn't tip. Oh no, better. Don't know if any of you watch like Scandinavian YouTubers on trucking, but they've got think of a curtain sider, except it's got solid sides like a fridge, and the sides can open. It's a bit more like that, except instead of a curtain sider or a fridge, it's a flatbed with sides. Yeah, we'll go with that. Right then, food for me, food for the lorry, we're all good to go. I was down to half a tank and it only took 170 litres. Something tells me that wasn't half a tank. Something tells me that was a bit more than half a tank. But now we are stopped up now anyway, however much was in it. Because I know my MAN was down in the red when it had quite a significant amount of diesel still left in the tank. And MAN, Scania, same trucking family. Both owned by the VW group, in fact. So maybe this does the same. We'll find out. I'm I'm not willing to risk it to go too low just yet. A, because I'm not familiar, and B, there is another reason, but like I'm pretty sure our fuel cards have a limit on them on how much we can use, which in the past wasn't a problem. But now that the price of diesel's gone up to over £2 a litre in most service stations now, yeah, we're kind of hitting that limit. So my boss has tried to sort it and like put the limit up, but apparently he's not getting any luck. Because I've been told the limit is not on the actual price of the diesel on the fuel card, it's on whatever price the pump shows. Like, in case anyone didn't know, you go to a fuel station, you fill up on the card. It says, let's say for example, £2 a litre on the board outside the petrol station. So you fill up and you think, okay, you put up 100 litres in, say, you pay £200. That's not actually the case, because the price on the fuel card is actually different. It's like much lower usually. So for argument's sake, let's say it's £1.50 a litre on the fuel card. So instead of paying the £200 listed on the pump, you're paying the £150 invoiced by the fuel company. Fuel card company. Well, that's fine. But when your limit is on the pump price and not the actual price, it gets annoying when the price just went up and up and up and up. Because it caught me out the other day. Everything's sorted now, like. All filled up. That was a very nice breakfast, actually. I recommend that place for breakfast, Elsevier truck stop. Plenty of time left in the day. And yeah. All I'm doing is loading these and going back to the yard, so by the time I get down south into Wales, the customer would have already been shut. So, tip tomorrow. So unless there's another load coming back up, I'm going home tonight. Okay, so I'm here, parked, looking for posts. Found a few here, they're still to be sort of bundled. So, well, 2 packs there, put them over there. Might take that one because that looks a bit yeah. And then there's a few of these. So yeah, say 4 packs there. Bear in mind we keep about 30 on a load. Fair bit of stock fair bit of stock with them now. And we got these as well. They've banded them double time. What I mean that is that this is 1 pack, that's 1 pack, but they've strapped it all together. So they'll have to go across the trailer with a bigger forklift. I don't want to talk about them. They're not too bad, but sticky out bits. Watch where you walk in. Again, done the same here, double band, but not too bad. That one's going back in the pile because all that's doing is missing a leg. Oh, that's fine. And, oh God. What are you doing with your life? So yeah. I gotta be honest, I was expecting worse. I was hoping for better, but I was expecting worse. Like, oh, I think, fingers crossed, they should all fit in 1 layer. Might have to put 1 or 2 maybe double stacked, but because there's a couple of tidy ones that aren't that bad, it'd be alright, I think. Going this far with a drop sider. Never thought I'd see the day. Oh, that ain't pretty, is it? That is not pretty. Where were we? 3 stacks off being able to fit it in 1 layer. 3 stacks. And I use the word stack, or pack rather. 3 packs. I use the word pack very loosely here. This is the best and worst, hardest and easiest load altogether I've ever had from you. Good test for the trailer more than Scania. Fun fact, if you Google Maps this junction and look on Street View, you'll see me coming down the slip road in my MAN. True story. But we're loaded. We're strapped. And we're strapped again. And we're following this absolute beast out of Birmingham. Can I overtake that? Is there enough room? Yeah, there's enough room. I'm not feeling particularly confident. He is over the line in the middle of the road, and he is over the line on the hard shoulder. That is how wide that is. Beast. As much as I'm taking it easy, I'm not taking it heavy haulage easy. Look at that, big container lift. Beast. That looks like a brand new one as well. But anyway, we're in the port for quite a while. Got in there 9 o'clock-ish. We left at 1:30. Just before 1:30. I'd call it 4 hours. Which, for the amount of stuff I've got on, is bad. But I think for what we had to deal with, pretty good. Just keeping a very close eye on the straps. Making sure none of them come loose, because I got a feeling some of them will come loose. I've already stopped once, I'm going to stop again in Doncaster North services. Just to check. I might even have a Greg's. Never know. Just to keep me going. Nah, I don't need it. I did stop for breakfast this morning. Oh my god, was that a good idea? Was that a good idea? It does actually technically mean that I'm not going to make it home tonight. But I think for overall well-being, worth it. Definitely worth it. Right, so we're just cruising. All motorways until we get back to the yardish. So that's fine. He didn't flash me in. It's a good thing I'm quite significantly faster than him for some reason. Yeah, it's all motorways, so no twisty, twiny roads, well, apart from the road to our yard, so it should be fine. Until someone has to take it to the customer tomorrow, which will probably be me. No, I don't think I'm doing that. I think I'm on locals tomorrow. But we'll find out for sure later on. Looks like I'm going to end up in Cardiff tonight now. Which I'd like to make it further, but what can you do? Good morning, everyone. It is now another day. I've started talking in a weird voice again. Why do I do this? I don't know. Anyway, Swansea West Services. If you don't believe me, it says it right there. Motor Swansea. There's no West though, but it's really the only one in Swansea. Changeover with the boss. So close to the yard, yeah. He's just gone to tip a load in Aberdare on his way back to the sand. So he's going to tip this load down to the customer because, well, this is the easier load. And he wants the easier load. And we're going to do a changeover here. So, the sun. He's not here yet. It's very rare that I beat him in places to do a changeover. I've no idea what he's driving, actually. I think it's probably the DAF. Could be a Merc. We'll find out. Won't be the MAN. My MAN has been allocated to our driver Nigel. I think he quite likes it. Manual handbrake. Gotta love a manual handbrake. Ah, I did it again. Forgot to film stuff, like changing over and things. I got distracted again, talking to a driver from Black 7.5 ton it was, like White Company or something. Not sure. Cool guy though. Come on, are you gonna... I need this lane, thank you. So we swapped trails with the boss. Turns out he was driving. Did you place your bets in the comments? He was driving. Was he driving the DAF? Was he driving the MAN? Was he driving a Merc? Was he driving the new demo Merc that I used to drive in a couple of videos ago? He was driving the 15 plate Merc, which is kind of what I expected. Not that it makes any difference, and not that I can actually prove that because I've already left. By the way, I don't know how long it's been there, but apologies for the absolute state of my windscreen, which you may or may not be bothered by, depending on what the camera picks up bug-wise, because, oh my god, there's so many bugs in this windscreen. When I get back to the yard in a bit, I'll give the whole lorry a swill, because apparently I've got a bit more time than I thought I had now. And definitely wash that windscreen. Definitely wash that windscreen. It's quite bad. But the plan for today is I'm on the way to the sand. Gonna do 2 drops, swap trailers, load pallets up to Nottingham, up to York, get a full load of fence posts from York, not just half a load, which is good, because that'll be Friday, and just shoot on back home. Kind of a boring 2 days, actually. We've had the most exciting bit. Anyway, shout outs to channel members. Shout outs to I Have Lost My Train of Talk. That is probably one of the best channel YouTube names I have ever heard of. Well, it's in the top 20 anyway. I've actually heard quite a lot of good stuff. Shout out to Adam Lowe, Rachel Wallace, John Coates, Jamie Laliette, John Marble Oak. I see you. Oh, I see that car too. Round the roundabout. Ian Dolby, Purple Gary, avid commenter of the channel. Stuart. Just Stuart. Dan W, Les Browning, Tracy Carter, Peter Knowles, Trucker John B, not to be confused with Trucker John C, Sarah Davis, and of course Mark V8 Man, or MAN, not sure which. MAN used to do a V8 back in day. Don't know why I went to funny voice again. I seem to be in that mood today. And of course the 3 channel members I have mentioned before, Lassie Rasmussen, Jonathan Best and Adam Pugh. Really sorry if I've butchered anyone's name there. So yeah, shout out to all the new channel members. There's been quite a few of you I've come through recently since I obviously announced it, and wow. just wow. Thank you so much, basically, for helping continue the channel. But continuing the channel is one thing. Continuing this video is not what we're going to do, unless I get an interesting drop. So, thank you all for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Would you have done that load differently? The one with the foot fence posts? I'd like to know. If so, would you have done it on the drop sider, a curtain sider, a flatbed, or any other trailer that you may think of? Box trailer would have been ideal, but that would have been a lot of carrying. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Also, we don't have a box trailer. I'll see you all shortly in the next video.